Finally, Parasite has officially released in my market. What did I think of it? Well, what's up, guys, and welcome to Movie and Point's movie review of Parasite, the newest film from director Bong Joon Ho, and it stars Kang-ho Sung, Yeo-jeong, So-dam Park, Woo-sik Choi, Sun-kyun, Ji-so-jung, Jean-yu Lee, and Hye-jin. So Parasite is the critical darling. It's getting critically lauded all over the place. It's a movie that has a 99% on Rotten Tomatoes and is a movie I've been anticipating for a long time. Unfortunately, with movies like this, the release schedule is completely off the wall. It's all over the place. Certain markets got it weeks ago. Certain markets are going to get it from weeks from now. I got it today, which is November 1st. And so I was excited. I wanted to see it. And it's an interesting movie. It's not the hype that I was expecting. It's actually a little more straightforward than I was expecting, but it does have Bong Joon's. It has his fingerprints all over it. With the fact that it deals with social structure and social class, it has some interesting moments. I just don't think it's the greatest thing ever made. I think it's interesting. I still think it's a good movie. I just don't think it lives up to the potential of what the film festivals have been saying. And there's nothing wrong with people liking this movie. There's nothing people saying this is the greatest movie ever. That's people's opinion. But the movie is like his other films in a lot of ways. Okja is about class struggle. Snowpiercer is definitely about class struggle. The Host is a great horror film. I love The Host. But he has a certain way of storytelling, and it's not a movie that I was particularly as enthralled with as some people. So the basic storyline of Parasite, it's actually a lot more simple than I thought it was going to be, because I thought this was going to be a very complex thriller. Basically, this family is very poor. The father is basically, he lost his job. They have no money. They can't really provide for themselves. One day, the son of this family meets his friend who he hasn't seen for a while, and his friend tells him about this family and that this family needs a tutor. So I thought it was going to get into some weird dynamics of just like how creepy and crazy and how it's just, I thought this movie was gonna be a lot different than what I thought it was. But basically, it's about a family integrating themselves into this rich family and kind of living in this world of uber fanciness and high end stuff and so on and so forth. So it's a very much a class struggle type of thing, or a class economics type of movie. And you start to see how the poor are just really mistreated by the rich, and it's just, there's a lot of just issues and a lot of stuff and problems in this movie. But with that said, the movie is beautifully shot. It's gorgeous. There are some scenes in here where it's Oscar worthy just to begin with. The acting is phenomenal. The characters are doing their part, and they're doing it really well. Some of these characters have worked with Bong Joon Ho before, which is really interesting because you really see like kind of a good chemistry with them in front of the screen. And just like when it starts to get into like the revelations and kind of the twists and turns of where this movie's headed, it does have an interesting tense nature to it. And there's a third act scene where it just completely just unfolds on itself, and the things just explode on itself, and just, it's an interesting look, but it's just not as good as I was hoping. And it's such a shame because Bong Joon Ho, like I said, is a fantastic director, and he has a lot of stuff to say in these movies, and he does it really well, and it does work to a degree in this movie. But like I said, when the thing I've always noticed about film festival movies and people at film festivals is the hype behind movies kind of can be a little overhypeness. So, for instance, like with say Parasite or Knives Out or any of these movies, Moonlight, for instance, they play at Venice Film Festival or the Toronto Film Festival, and they get all this hype. Joker was this a great example of this, where they get like so many awards, so many accolades, so many blah blah blah, whatever and whatnot. And then it finally releases to the public, and the critics and the normal people get to see it, or the normal human beings are that aren't critics, and the kind of layers of what you see the honeymoon phase of these movies kind of wears away, and then we finally see the true nature of these films, and 99 times out of 100 it doesn't live up to the hype. And it's not saying that, movies aren't bad or these movies aren't good. It's just they're not what we were expecting. I think we overhype ourselves when we see these movies, and that's the problem with Parasite. Is there's a lot of people who are going to live up to the hype and love this movie to death, but most people like myself are going to watch this and go, yeah, it's all right. It's not at all what I was expecting. It's not as good as I was expecting, and it can be a shame of just anything in nature. But like I said, the score is pretty good. Movie's a lot more funny than I expected, but overall, I'm not a big fan of it as much as most people are. I still enjoy it, but it's not as good as I was hoping, and it does have subtitles too. So, but yeah, there you go. That is my take on Parasite. Let me know in the comments below when you see this movie, or if you ever are going to see this movie. Tell me what you think of it. If you love it, perfect. I'm glad for you. If you don't, tell me why as well. But otherwise, hit the subscribe button, join Movie Emporium, hit the notification bell at the top to find out what's coming next. And of course, comment below on any video that you watch on my channel. But otherwise, we'll see you guys on the next video. Peace out. What's up, guys? Thank you so much for checking out Movie Emporium. I really appreciate it. If you want to, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. Hit the notification button and the bell at the top. Find out what's coming next for Movie Emporium. Also, check out these 2 videos. They're amazing. I think they're awesome. I think you'll enjoy them too. But otherwise, thank you so much for watching, guys. We'll see you next time.